We're friends to the end. Remember?
This is the end, friend.
So Dante, the 2025 NBA All-Star teams were just announced. Did you see any of that?
I have seen it, and I know it caused quite a stir with everybody.
Yeah, it definitely did. But you know what? We're not going to talk about the All-Stars.
Huh?
We're going to talk about the All-Star Snubs.
Who told you you were special? You thought you were special.
The All-Star Snubs tend to be more interesting because these are the people who could have or should have been All-Stars this year. So in the upcoming video, we're going to show what the 520 podcast with Jeff Teague had to say about the All-Star Snubs.
All right.
Returns, you know what I'm saying? We see the stars of the All-Star game going on. Do we feel like LaMelo got snubbed?
No.
Did he get snubbed as a starter, bro? Because he fit the criteria. He was 3 votes away from being a starter, man.
No.
Did he get snubbed?
No.
Okay.
He beat all the 2 niggas that's starting over him in every category, bro. I'm better than y'all niggas.
Except one.
Literally,
Nigga,
bro.
you have
Except
no
one on the
wins, bro.
That's not what this game is for.
I love LaMelo, so this ain't no hell. I love LaMelo. I love the Hornets. You know I fuck with Miles. You know I fuck with B. Miller.
Come on, Hornets.
LaMelo, he FaceTime when we was here. Real nigga. But bro, y'all just ain't got enough wins. Like I can't show love. I can't validate that.
I'm gonna say this right now. If he don't make it as a reserve, I'm gonna know something.
That's not fair, bro.
He has to be a reserve, bro.
Nah,
LaMelo has
bro,
to be an
they
All-Star
got
game,
too
bro.
many L's, bro.
It's not fair.
And it ain't niggas too far from them though. Like
It ain't a big enough gap.
Yeah, like you take away K Cunningham, I made my team up. They was at the same level last year. The Hornets was ass. Detroit was ass. K Cunningham built them up. He raised his level of play. The team get to a chance where they're in the playoff hunt. You disregard that?
So was LaMelo Ball the biggest snub on the 2025 All-Star team?
Now, me personally,
Mhm.
on paper, yes, he is. But who I think is the real snub, I'll speak on that later. But for LaMelo, I do think he is a snub. This man is a human highlight reel.
Put your head on my shoulder.
We all can agree to that. But like Jeff Teague said, I don't think you could avoid that. Your team's not winning. That's all I'm going to say here for now. What do you think?
I agree wins count. And I believe that's what held him off the most is the fact that I believe at the time they had 8 wins. I think they have like 12 wins now. You can't be rewarded as an all-star being a volume scorer on a bottom feeder team. It's just not going to happen. He's super entertaining. He sells tickets, but his style of basketball isn't winning basketball, and they're not rewarding him for it this year.
Right. Yeah. And just like Jeff Teague said, LaMelo and Cade Cunningham, they were both on the same level last year. Detroit was ass and the Hornets were ass. And now this year, you could see Cade Cunningham really up his game, and Detroit in general. Now things are looking promising. I really think the more you look at it, the more it's like people would understand it.
Yeah, I agree. And the comparison with Cade Cunningham was a really good comparison because his team's in the playoff hunt, right? LaMelo Ball, his game hasn't transitioned to team success. So I get it. All-Star is an individual kind of accolade, but your team also has to be winning. You just can't get the accolade and, chuck up a bunch of shots and you're going to be rewarded with an all-star spot. That's not going to happen. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next video with our 2025 NBA All-Snub team.
On my mama, I love LaMelo. He's not better than K Cunningham.
Damn.
It's okay. Like
It is.
he lit, but it's when you can play bad basketball.
This is not OTE, bro.
It is though for the Hornets. Or you can play bad basketball.
I'm averaging 30 and 9 in the NBA.
Y'all won 8 games.
Like, that's my team's fault, bro. I am killing my matchup every single night. I am a $200 million nigga, bro.
And you are.
And I'm earning it.
You are exciting and you great.
I'm not letting y'all down, bro.
Can you make your team a winner? Nigga, I made the All-Star team because my team won.
No,
so I feel different about it. Like,
yeah,
if a nigga would have got it over me and they had 7 wins and I had at that time 40. I'm like, nigga, you got me. Like, this nigga, I could put me on that team, nigga. I can get 30 points if we don't got to win. That's how I would have felt. You know what I mean?
I'm
So,
not
like a
mad at
Trae
that.
Young or a Cade Cunningham or a Darius Garland or a Damian Lillard, all these guys that's going against him for that spot. You put Damian Lillard on Charlotte Hornets, Damian Lillard averaged 35. I don't got nothing to play for. I just got to get buckets. I'm averaging 35. You don't think so?
Okay. So Jeff Teague further explained how wins are a contributing factor when you're selecting an all-star team or all-star players. What do you think?
I couldn't agree anymore because say if you're averaging 30, shit, even 40 a game, and your team hasn't even broke 20 wins, what's the point? There's really no point. And to really make a comparison, I might be reaching here, but it's just like Kemba Walker, like in the beginning of his years, like say like when he was building up his career and he was like really balling out. I wouldn't say he was that popular, but he was balling out. And you know, when he didn't make it, now it's just like, well, what's going on here? Like that's what I think. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. That the wins are paramount. The wins definitely should be considered. And as Jeff Teague said, you have nothing to play for. And Damian Lillard going to Charlotte, he'd average 35 points a game if you only have to be concerned with just scoring and nothing else. So I believe, although LaMelo was snubbed, I believe it is justified. You got to win at some point. This isn't Lithuania. This is the NBA. You got to win. If you don't win, they're going to get you out of town. It's just that simple. So he shouldn't be rewarded with an all-star appearance if his team isn't winning. He's just running and gunning.
I mean, in a way, how the last guy was talking about it, like, yeah, if we're really talking about individual stats based on how the NBA is right now, with, you know, the ratings declining and all that, shit, they should put LaMelo in the all-star. You got to get some people to tune in.
So this year they did a weighted average with the NBA, whereas it was the player rank, fan rank, media rank, and then the overall weighted score. Like LaMelo Ball came in number 3 on the player ranking, number 1 in the fan rank. So fans really want to see him. And then number 7 in the media rank. So the media really, they ain't fucking with LaMelo like that. Nah. So ultimately, if it was based just off of who the fans wanted to see, and like I said, he sells tickets. People like the way he plays, but based off the media, they recognize that wins matter. And that's ultimately what kept him out of the All-Star game.
Honestly, that's just the way the cookie crumbles because you're not winning. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to the NBA All-Snub team.
All right.
I don't. My thing is, I think they will kill, but I just don't know, bro. His dynamic. This is what I'm saying about the All-Star game. All-Star game is just more than like the NBA itself, bro. I am a fan favorite. The All-Star game is like some fuck around shit. You got dunk contests, 3-point contests. This is not about who wins the most games, bro.
The only reason I'm going against you on that, because I know what it do for people contracts.
Oh yeah, that's the business. You know that better than me 1,000%.
So
bro.
if I make an all-star team, I'm low key a max player.
Yeah.
Do y'all know how it's weighted? Like with the 50% is fan base, 25% NBA, other NBA players, and then 25% media panel.
He came in last in the media, but the other two he came in first.
Yeah. No, he came in first for the fans, and then came in third for the player rank.
Oh, my bad. But he came in first for media too?
No, he came in last media.
Damn.
And that right there was exactly what I was alluding to. Fans want to see him, but the media, they don't want to see him. They know it's not a winning style of basketball, but it is an all-star game. Like you do need to have some eyes on the stars or who the people want to see. Similar to Caitlin Clark being left off the Olympic team. Like you got to put the people on the team that the fans want to see. The media is a small percentage of the NBA population. If the fans want to see them, that should probably have a higher weight because you want the fans to tune in. How do you have the person who was the number 1 in the fan ranking not in the All-Star game? This is another NBA shooting themselves in the foot.
This is another negative aspect of the NBA because at first there was streaming where NBA, you just got to go through all these hoops trying to find or watch at least one game, and then players aren't playing. And then now one of the players that you really want to watch in an all-star game, now they're not even selected.
Yeah.
It's just problems. each time.
As we talked about before, this is more bad marketing from the NBA. Like, he has to be there. I mean, he might get there as a reserve, but hey, man, it happens. On to the next video.
All right.
I'm a little shocked Trae Young didn't make the because he's played really good. Probably, in my opinion, his best year.
23 and 11, leads the league in assists.
Well, he should stop passing now.
But he,
passing the ball no more.
So he didn't. I was looking at Tyrese Maxey. You could have considered Tyrese Maxey here. He's been on a tear and is 6th in the league in scoring. Those two, and well, obviously the fans had LaMelo Ball number 1.
Who's having a terrific year.
Yeah, and the players had him number 3. The media had him number 7. And he doesn't make the cut as far as the coaches
It's going to be like that every year. Somebody, those are 3 names that definitely deserve to be on the team, but this is where the cookie crumbles sometime, Ernie.
I know people are making noise about LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, my brother, let me say this to you. You're a terrific player, terrific talent, averaging 28 a game. You shoot 42% from the field. Shoot 33% from three-point range. That's volume shooting right there. Last but not least, and not to say you don't have mad skills, because you do, and you're a showstopper yourself. But your team, I don't want to hear arguments about a team that's 12 or 32. I know it's individual acclaim. I get that. But 20 games under 500? I don't want to hear about all-star. It would have been nice if he made it. But I'm not going to make a case to support it. That's not what we saying about Dallas, and it damn sure ain't what we saying about the Clippers with Kyrie Irving and Norman Powell, respectively. That's the difference, LaMelo. You're great. You're going to be even greater. It's great to see you back on the court. It's great. But we need your team to win a little bit more. Just a little bit.
Okay, so the case has been made. LaMelo, everyone sees it. They are not interested in seeing a volume scorer, and therefore – and a couple of the snubs that were out there. But with that being said, I think we've beaten the LaMelo Ball horse thoroughly. So, in your opinion, who should have been an all-star this year of the people who were snubbed or left off the team?
Apart from LaMelo, like I said, on paper, yeah, he should have been an all-star, like he is a snub. But my other 2 players, I would also say Norman Powell of the LA Clippers. Now, they are in the 6th seed, and then I believe he is averaging 24. He is an impactful player, as he's averaging 49% from the field and also averaging 43% on the 3-point line. That's where I think that Norman Powell is being snubbed. Now, for Tyrese Maxey, I do believe he is also snubbed because apart from him being in the 11th seed, he is going on a tear with his scoring. So it's like a LaMelo situation. It's just like, yeah, he's tearing it up, but pause. It's just that he's just not winning. So it's like I could see from both worlds. What about you?
I don't disagree with your list. I believe of all of them, probably Norman Powell is probably the most deserving. Like, he's averaging career highs. And that's generally what the all-star should be for. It should be rewarding players currently for what they're doing. And so I agree with you. But from my perspective, I believe De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings, he should have been an all-star. I believe Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks, he should have been an all-star. And last but not least, Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns should have been an all-star. Each one of the players are contributing to their team, either leading the team in scoring or second in the team in scoring. And also, each of their teams are in the playoff hunt. They're either the 8th, 9th, or 10th seed currently, and they can work their way into the playoffs as the second half of the league begins. So those are the 3 that I believe should have been all-stars.
Okay, the Devin Booker pool, that's an interesting one because, I mean, KD's in it too. So it's just like, where's Devin Booker though?
Well, it makes you wonder. I mean, it was a weighted average. So that's the harder part because it's like, do they say, okay, we're just only going to put KD in and we're not going to put Devin Booker in? And it's like they're both equally contributing. It depends on how much you're watching the games. I know Devin Booker, he scores in bunches. He gets a lot of points from the free throw line. He has a mid-range game. His game isn't super exciting. So he tends to get lost in his game isn't super visually appealing like LaMelo Ball, right? Launching the 3. Devin Booker's not going to do that. He's going to back you down, hit you with the turnaround, hit you with the midi, the floater, all of that. So you got to really be watching the game to kind of understand why these players should be all-stars and why they're important.
Okay, so it's like a mixture of having your impactfulness and also having like a flashy game.
Phoenix isn't a really high-profile team. You know, they're kind of Phoenix Suns, right? They should have been better. Bradley Beal, KD, Devin Booker, they should have been better. They should probably be somewhere around the 4th, 5th seed, and maybe they would get more attention, but, you know, constantly hovering around the whole season, 8th, 9th, 10th seed, people aren't checking for you at that point. So with that being said, who is your could have been an all-star?
Now, this is the one that I have held back in the beginning. And my could have been is Jalen Green and the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
And then Thompson this time with a defensive play. Now finds Jalen Green.
Oh, my goodness!
He did it!
Oh,
he didn't!
Oh!
No, he did not!
He's been waiting to do that all game because he's been frustrated too.
Green ISOing. Green driving. Green. After this play by Jalen Green.
Jalen Green just going to town. Oh, my goodness, all over.
Probably going to need 35 from him. Splits 2, drives, hangs, baits, and the foul.
So I believe since they are 3rd seed and he's averaging about 21 a game, it really brings the question to me is like, this could possibly be the biggest snub here because how is he not involved or where is he in the weighted ranking?
That is true. Well, a member of the Houston Rockets made the all-star team. I'm going to butcher his name, Alprin Seguin. He's a big man, 2nd year in the league. He actually made the all-star team. I don't know. Jalen Green does have the flashiness, right? He will go down there and dunk on you. So I don't know. This was an unusual year as far as NBA all-star.
Yeah, but what about you?
So my could have been an all-star. It's Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic. Now, when Paolo Banchero went out, he was setting the league on fire. He was killing them. He did get injured. He had a similar oblique injury as Paolo had. He was averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists on 49% shooting from the field and 31% shooting from 3. But he is 6'10". So he is my vote for could have been an all-star. If he remained healthy, he would have been an all-star.
Right. I say this is our biggest 2 could have beens.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely both of them could have been. Jalen Green, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the weighted averages, but Franz Wagner, he definitely was injured so that he was left off. But Jalen Green, that was a good one. That was a good pull. So with that being said, that is the Arizona Airs wrap-up of the NBA's 2025 All-Snub team. Till next time, y'all, we out.